Hello, leaders. All right. So, I've been wanting to jump on here and talk to you guys about this for a while, and I've decided that I'm just going to do it. But, for everything that I, kind of talk to you guys about, I like to try myself first. So, for the last, probably since the beginning of the year, I've been really practicing having my boundaries in set for my life, my business, my relationships, like all the things. So specifically speaking, like which our business kind of goes into our life, right? So kind of all goes into one. But so energetic rules as well as boundaries are important. And so I'm just kind of going to go over a little bit of those and why they're going to be beneficial for you. So a lot of times, whenever we don't have these roles, we allow a lot of like harmful influences to penetrate us. Just as we have our skin to protect our organs, we need these energetic boundaries to follow that protect our mind, our spirit, our body, all the things from these harmful influences. Such they can be, most of the time I'm speaking about people, as far as boundaries go. So the thing is, like, these are things that like you can't see. Like, obviously you're not walking around with a bubble around you, like physically, but you actually feel it. And whenever you set these boundaries for yourself, now they can be having healthy boundaries with people that you're in business with clients, with things like that. So say you have a client that is always messaging you every day, right? It's basically like, always, what can I do for this? What can I do for this? What can I do for this? Like, they're not resourceful, right? Okay, so, and it's draining you. I've had that like way back in the beginning. Not anymore because of my boundaries, but you're always going to have one of those people, right? So, you have to kind of, do you want that? Is that what you want to create in your business? Is like this boundary of like, oh, I don't have any, so everybody can just message me all the time and I can be at their beck and call. Like, the goal for us is to make them not need us, right? And to empower themselves. So by putting a boundary there of like, you put it back on them. And this could go for leaders as well. If you guys have leaders that are always, every day, like asking you 5 questions, that are easily able to be figured out, right? Like, they're just putting their agenda on you. That's not healthy. And that's draining you. So you want to make sure that you are creating boundaries of figure out in your life, in your business, what is draining you. What do you feel like literally is an energy drain for you? Is it, a certain group of people that you talk to every day? Is it your partner? Is it, a business partner? Is it a couple clients? Like, what is it that's draining you? Because that's where you figure out where you need to set the most boundaries. And you have to stick to them. You can't just let them go. So maybe, when these people text you or call you, you don't answer right away. You give yourself time to think. I'm all about the pause. It's very rare that I will respond to a text message like this anymore. I'm not reactive, I think that's the word. I'm not a reactive person as much anymore. I actually let it sit there and I let me think about it thoroughly. And I ask myself, is this crossing a boundary? And then I respond. Same with phone calls, like anything like that. Because for you to thrive in your life and your business, you cannot be being drained by other people. That you're not serving at your best if you are letting everybody else drain you, right? And you are not filling up your cup first. So worry about you first, and then then it goes to everybody else, right? So, let's see. So basically, there's actually a book that I found that I've not read it yet, but I'll give it to you guys anyway. It's called Energetic Boundaries, How to Protect and Connect in Work, Love, and Life. So I am going to order this. It's actually only $14 on Amazon. You could probably get it on Kindle. It says it's read with our free app. It's $10. But anyways, so strong and flexible energetic boundaries allow us to share who we truly are with the world, as our whole self. Now, this takes practice. This does not happen overnight. Like I said, I have been hardcore on this since January, and the difference that it has made in my life is astonishing. So I wanted to talk about this months ago, but I didn't want to, kind of give you all the information that I hadn't really found out yet. So basically, as far as energetic boundaries, for your life, like I said, again, go over what's draining you. Set a boundary of if it's someone that you run into every day, and this can be hard because it could be a coworker, it could be your neighbor, it could be anybody like that. Set a boundary of anytime they bring up something that I'm just not okay with, or you just shut down that conversation and you walk away. People will start respecting you. So there was actually a family member that I have that was bringing me down by putting me in their comfort zone. And this does not work. And if you've ever met me, you know that doesn't work. And I kind of set a boundary of I'm only going to talk to this person about A, B, and C. And that's it. It's not going to go into my business. It's not going to go into my personal life. It's not going to go into any of this. And since then, it has been number one, we don't talk as much anymore. And that's okay, because now I am completely focused on what I need to focus on. Number two, it's almost as if the universe kind of, it works with you, because I got a message not too long ago about something that from this person, and it was respecting me, saying, hey, can you do this, but only if you can, only if you have time, only so it was very cool to see that the universe is working with me, and they're there and they work. But again, you have to enforce it. But after that, just kind of becomes automatic, which is, kind of like how Wi-Fi just turns on. Your brain automatically shuts down conversations that do not serve you or that drain you. It's just automatic. So again, this is, if you are really focused on getting to that next level and working towards that next level of your life, your business, and all of that, this is essential, because you're not going to get there with those people that are draining you. It's just not going to happen. And also setting up boundaries, even with the people that you're closest to, I love my leaders, but you have to have boundaries just for yourself. And they're probably not going to be as strong of boundaries as, people obviously that are draining you, but you still need to have boundaries for yourself, so that you make sure you are taking care of yourself, so that you can pour out to those leaders, at a great rate, right, as your whole self. It's not going to work if you are always, if you have your top leaders and you're always just circling, and you're never filling up your cup, even though you love them so much. Your leaders are going to duplicate what you do. And if you are not setting boundaries and taking care of yourself and setting the tone, they're not going to either, until they walk away from you, because you are toxic. That is just what's going to happen. And so for me, I want to be able to set that bar, and I'm if you're my leader, you know that I'm insanely big on self-care, and I make sure that that's essential. That is an essential part of building your business. Because if you are not doing self-care for yourself, you're not taking care of your business. You're not taking care of your life. You are your business, right? So you have to be in charge of that. So for as far as that goes, like, set up boundaries with yourself for yourself of like, for me, it's I don't touch social media. I don't touch my messages until I do my non-negotiables in the morning. That's just an energetic boundary, and now my body knows it. Every morning I get up, I do my non-negotiables. And sometimes that's at 5 a.m. So I'm ready to go by, 6:30. And pour out into my day, and that's fine. Other times it's not till 9. Other times it might not be till 10. Whatever, it's still a boundary that I have within myself to show my self-respect. Now, as far as energetic rules go, this is kind of where it gets a little bit more businessy too. And I learned this through my Rich Babe Academy, which I'm super grateful for because this was so helpful in all areas of my life. But kind of like, again, take a look at your life. Take a look at circumstances that keep happening to you over and over again. If you're not getting the desired result, then there's a rule there. There's a rule there that is energetic that you probably created over a time of just experience after experience after experience. And it craved that pathway in your brain that this is what happens. Then that becomes your rule. So if it is a rule for you that I only enroll one person a month, and you keep saying that, oh my gosh, I only enroll one person a month, you're creating that. And that is what's going to continuously happen. So for me, I was kind of tweaking my business and what I wanted to happen and versus the results I was getting. And at that time, I took it and I said, okay, I set a rule that I don't sell the Family Essentials kit anymore. I only sell the Home Essentials kit or above. And since I've done that, that's all I've been doing. And now I set another rule that, I attract clients to me that are ready to up-level their life, that are ready to take that step to take care of themselves. Not people that are going to, buy oils and have them sit on the shelf, whether I educate them or not. Those are nice, but they're not my people, right? I want a community of people who are thriving on each other, who are becoming their best self and who are helping themselves, and taking over their healthcare. That's the type of person that I want. So again, and that trickles down in your business, right? So that's one of my rules. Another one of my rules is, my income increases by this amount each month in my business. This is what happens. A couple other ones, like I said, I created ones for my entire life. So another one would be, every time I spend money, it comes back into my bank account, no matter what it is. And again, this is going back to Rich Babe Academy, and like, this was one of her examples. And I just kind of took it because it seemed kind of fun. Another thing is, like I'm looking to have a nanny help me out 2 times a week soon. So I've already created that rule that that's what's going to happen. Like I want to travel. So I travel 6 times a year with my family. I bring Whole Foods food everywhere I go. Like these are just energetic rules that I'm setting for myself that I'm repeating every morning and every night, and they're happening. They don't all happen at once, though. This is the thing. This is the process, because sometimes you have things going on in your life that aren't serving you, and the universe has to get rid of them. So there might be a small destruction, might seem like a destruction in your life before the new rule takes place. Okay, so this has happened to me multiple times. And you just have to be open to that. You have to know that it's okay. So anyways, a another energetic rule that I have is like my ideal client. Who is my ideal client? My ideal client, instead of saying, oh, I attract people that don't have enough money to start their journey. I attract people that don't believe in essential oils. I attract people that, think that I'm crazy. Like these are things that I've heard people say. Okay. And that's not serving you. That's not advancing your business. And you're not going to accomplish your goals by having those roles that keep getting you those results that you don't want. So for me, like my energetic role is like, I have an ideal client. And this goes into something else. Like this is like, they are approximately this age. They have an abundant mindset. They start out with this certain kit and they see the value in taking care of their body. And they have friends that want to do the same thing. Like that's just my ideal client, which is just an energetic role. Because as you put that role out there, you are attracting them to you. I hope this doesn't sound too foreign to you guys. But I feel that, practicing this has made such an impact in my business that now I just expect things. Like things just happen because that's my role. It just happens. I don't have to try. I don't have to work for it. I don't have to slave away 80 hours a week to make things happen. Like it's just happening because I just decided that that's what's going to happen. And the universe will meet you there. And you co-create with it. So you will get the tools that you need. So anyways, as far as that book goes, I will share it to the group and you can kind of check it out. Like I said, I've not read this book yet. I've read the description and all the things, but it seems great. Possibly one of my coaches might have read it. I'm not sure because it kind of sounds like the same information that I was getting. But either way, again, it was called Energetic Boundaries, How to Stay Protected and Connected in Work, Love, and Life. It's by Cindy Dale. So I will share that to the group as soon as I jump off here. Oh, and actually, I'll just do it right now. That way I don't forget. But yeah, so I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions on it, just feel free to reach out to me. But I'm excited to see the shifts that happen if you actually do put these rules and boundaries in place. So, all right, I'm going to jump off and I will chat with you soon.